episode today is all about the mid-year performance and outlook of the Philippine financial markets. So with us is Mr. Rey Montalbo, Head of Trust of First Metro Investments, and Joseph Tarrobal, Head of Philstocks.Ph. So kanina we were discussing parang briefer lang, ano nga ba ang stocks, ano nga ba tong fixed income. I guess right now, ano po ba yung reason bakit nga maraming confusion? Why are so many investors kind of uneasy with how things are going in the financial markets? What happened? I think basically, people who are not sure, just like what happened? Kasi iba-iba yung nasa news eh. Parang yung iba okay pa daw, yung iba hindi na. Ano ba po talaga nangyari?
Well, for the start of the year, we started with a very positive note. Coming off from the very good performance of the last quarter of 2012. And speaking about stock market, we were even projecting that basis points will reach 6,000 for the stock market.
So, ended up at basis points.
This is the performance of the PSE index.
Okay.
No?
So
this is where you measure
siya.
it. Yes. So
kasi start of the year was 5,000 pa lang.
5,800. So we were even projecting that end of the year of 2012 it will reach 6,000. It reached a level of 5,800. It's still good. And there are a lot of good projections for the coming year of 2013. And those projections became true, wherein in fact for the past 6 months, there were record highs of performance of stock market. No? I think we posted around 30 plus, 35 record highs for stock market. And what does it mean? It means that a lot of people are gaining confidence already in the equity market. A lot of people are investing already, and a lot of people are getting to be involved in the stock market. And it also means that the companies are growing, and it is also being supported by the strong economic fundamentals. So everything is positive. And then all of a sudden, something happened. I think that was like 2 or 3 weeks ago that, as you said, people become confused. Because after a record high, the stock market came tumbling down. So, what really transpired?
Ano ba ito? Natisod ba? Nadapa? Na-aksidente na?
Nabulunan.
Nabulunan. Okay, nabulunan. Okay.
Nabulunan. You know, when, it's same with the economy, they're even having this fear that economy might overheat. We posted a growth of 7.8% in the GDP for the first quarter of 2013. So, ang tanong, saan pa ba papunta yan? Can it be sustained? Now, along with that growth, parallel is that stock market is also moving up. And then investors, not only here domestically but internationally, are saying that Philippine stock market is becoming too expensive already. Some analysts are saying that Philippine stock market is already one of the most expensive stock market in the world. So it means that with the PE ratio pegged before at 20, means that at 20 pesos you get to earn 1 peso for every 20 pesos investment. But talking about the level, it's just about probably 15. So we were already up by 5 points. So, but the outlook is very positive because of so many gains, not just from the private sector but for the government as well. And then this happened just recently that the stock market has already wiped out all the gains posted for the entire year.
Yeah.
We were up by almost 7,400 points at the middle of May. And we were down at 5,800. That's like June 26th.
Yeah.
So from the bullish category, the market was now was classified as bearish, because if you go down by 20%, then you can be categorized as bearish. Now, before me explaining the
kahit sandali lang yun.
So what happened? There was this outflow of foreign portfolio from Philippine equity.
So nung hot tayo, lahat sila lumalapit sa atin.
Yes,
parang
yes,
ganon.
yes.
Parang magandang
Emerging
babae,
market.
talagang lahat ng tao lalapit doon, ganon.
Exactly.
Tapos medyo nakilala na.
Gandang explanation yun.
Nakilala na, medyo napalayo na ng konti, parang ganon.
Well, nakita yung boyfriend.
Nakita yung boyfriend.
Dati kasi may boyfriend siya sa West, sa Amerika. Hindi kasi ganito yun, nakita rin kasi ng mga international investors na yung mga emerging markets So, na-notice nila.
These emerging markets, this region, no, right?
Yes,
Asia.
the region.
Okay.
Yes, kasama na dyan ang Philippines. And then nangyari pa, US was really having hard time, pushing their economy up. you talk about Europe, ganun din ang nangyayari. And merong program na, economic program ginagawa ang US, they call it quantitative easing.
Oh, maka-terms. Okay, quantitative easing.
Quantitative easing.
Parang
Easing,
really
I see.
pumping money.
Pumping money.
in the economy
Yes,
so
to
that
the economy.
people-
Nagpa-pump prime sila, no?
so
Yeah.
Kasi nga bagsak sila for
parang
the
central
longest
bank
time.
ng US or Federal Bank, Reserve Bank was pumping in cash into the system to encourage the Americans to spend, to produce.
Yes.
This was the things that were being discussed, I think, last year na how much money should their government put into their banks and their industries.
In line with that,
Okay.
US kasi before, I think that was in 2000 or 2008, that they started stimulating the economy of US because of this recession. So, may ginawa silang dalawa. Actually, yun ang nakikita nila before na gagawin nila. Government has to spend more money, infrastructure projects, get people more employment, and then more money in the pockets of people, and so they get to spend their money.
Yeah.
So, maraming gumagalaw na pera sa market. Now, ginawa na nila yon. Tapos na yun. Ngayon, hindi pa rin masyado ng move economy
kasi
ng US.
2008 pa yun,
Yes.
di ba? I mean, or they did it 2009, but it was still, yung problems nila,
Ganun pa
4
rin.
years old na, di ba?
Yes. Now, ang ginawa nila, pangalawa, is to lower the interest rates naman sa borrowing. And then lower it to almost zero na. Diba?
Almost zero, yes.
So, ang nangyayari doon, so lower interest rates, more money, more people will borrow, and then maraming pera na ngayon ang iikot. But nagkaroon naman sila ng problem sa delinquency. Ang dami nang hindi nakakabayad. And then properties gets...
Magpautang ka na
oo,
walang
so,
kinikita, hindi
marami
talaga
na.
magbabayad. Oo.
And then now enter the quantitative easing. Actually, this quantitative easing is not an original from US. Ginamit ito ng Japan a decade ago. So, as Sir said a while ago, ito yung lalabas ng pera sa public for it to be spent. And how? Now, the government started buying bonds. Yung mga utang na binibili na ng US, and then with a good promise on returns. And then parang itong si Bengco, halimbawa, Bank A, meron siyang 100 million bonds. Walang kumukuha, And then the government, akin na yan. Kunin ko yan. And bigyan kita ng mas mataas na rate yan. And then sabi ng bank, okay, sige. Sabi dun sa Federal Reserve ng US, sige, akin na yan pera mo. So ngayon, nung binigay yung 100 million back to the bank, so meron ng pera yung bangko, the US government is hoping that those money will be spent. So para mas ma-stimulate, ma-push yung market. So yun yung ginawa nila. Now, it's been going on for a couple of years or more than 2 years. And then, recently, nag-announce itong si chairman ng Federal Reserve, Mr. Bernanke, that they will ease down the quantitative easing. They will taper.
Babawasan nila yung
yes,
pinapalabas
oo.
nilang pera.
Why?
Okay.
Kasi nakikita nila na mukhang nagkakaroon na ng mga signs of recovery ang US. So, the economy is already moving up. But that's only a statement. Wala pang mga solid na mga proof about that. Napag-usapan lang.
Press
So,
release lang. Kumbaga.
Yes. So,
Okay.
narinig ngayon ng mga investors, oops, gaganda raw economy ng US. So, ang ginawa nila ngayon, they pulled out their funds. Let's say, for stock market, pull out nila yung kanilang portfolio from emerging markets, not only from the Philippines, but in other countries as well. And they went back to the West. Para doon nila ipera nila. Because in anticipation, nalalago yung economy ngayon ng US. So, that affected the performance of the stock. Lalago daw. So, that affected the performance of the stock market of the Philippines.
So that's why there's this big decline, because massive amounts of money were removed from the Philippine stock market and transferred elsewhere.
Exactly.
Okay.
But you know what, in the industry, we just view it as a correction because malaki na itinaas ng stock market
Yes.
for the past months. So it's just proper for us to be able to level it, to dun sa mas acceptable na level for the investing public. So okay lang. And it was supported by a very strong economic fundamentals in the country. So it means that even a huge percentage of foreign portfolio umalis dito sa Philippines, we can still sustain our growth by having this domestic portfolio.
So parang kahit bumagsak yung stock market, sa totoo lang, the Philippine economy, the non-financial market, the trade industry, employment, those are still good, parang
Yes,
ganon.
yes.
So we're just looking at sort of like perception really, na iba kasi yung perception of these foreign buyers. Sir, do you have anything to add?
Sa fixed
Different,
income, nag-converge din kami doon sa statement of Bernanke. But yung movement kasi sa fixed income started way back, no? before 2007, we were a borrowing nation.
Okay.
In 2007, things started to change. Lumaki yung
By borrowing nation, isipin tayo
tayo,
nangungutang.
tayong
Okay.
net borrower tayo sa buong mundo, no? Pero noong 2007, there was a paradigm shift in the sense na dumami ang pera sa Pilipinas kaysa sa pangangailangan natin. Because number one, yung deficit o yung utang ng Philippine government became smaller compared do sa total income or GDP ng Pilipinas. So now, our borrowing was a little less than our total income. So nakaluwag ang Pilipinas. Number two, lumaki lalo yung remittances ng mga OFW. And then number three, merong third force, yung BPO, yung mga call centers, yung revenue nila lumaki rin. So from 2007, steady ang growth ng OFW remittances, about 6 to 9% per year. Samantalang yung BPO revenues, umaabot ng mga 20% per annum. So ang taas ng, and these are all money flowing into the Philippines.
Papasok.
Papasok yun.
Hindi natin ginagastos
Oo,
palabas.
dollars lahat yun na pumapasok. At the same time, yun namang government borrowing as a function of its total income or the GDP was getting smaller and smaller. At a certain point in time, ang borrowing ng Philippine government was 75% of its total income production.
So, kumbaga,
Ngayon, nasa 48%
sa kada
na lang.
100 pesos na binabayad natin sa gobyerno, 75 pesos goes to our
More
debt.
or less,
Parang
no?
ganon
More or
dati.
less, ganon.
I see.
So from 2007 hanggang ngayon, patuloy na nangyayari yan. Palaki ng palaki ang revenues that we're getting from BPOs and remittances of OFWs, and at the same time, the government's borrowing, since it has now more money, the borrowing is also getting smaller and smaller. So we became awash with cash, and our economic fundamentals also became stronger. Now, ito internal lang sa atin to. With or without the Americans, the Japanese, or everybody
So
else around the
regardless
world,
of everybody
regardless of
else.
what's happening around the world, this was happening to us. And because of this, our economy looked very impressive. As Joseph mentioned, we became part of the emerging nations na attractive to foreign investors.
Is it still there?
It's
Those
still there.
conditions?
Karoon pa rin investment grade.
Oo, tapos
grade,
habang pumapasok yung pera na internal to us, nakita tayo ng mga foreign investors. And then they were looking for good yields. They went to the stock market. Yung interest rate natin, 8%, 7%, 6%. That was also attractive to them. Pumasok din sila rito. Since last year, 2012, early 2012, that's when bumuhos talaga yung pera nila sa atin. And this pushed the interest rates even lower. Mga 2% na binaba in the last 2 years eh. Ngayon, ano nangyari? In the last 6 months, itong sinasabi nga ni Joseph, si Bernanke made a statement. All this time, there were practically three reasons, major reasons why money from foreign investors were flowing to us. No? There was weak economy of the U.S. The Japanese economy was in the doldrums. Wala naman pupuntahan. And at the same time, China's growth was also fueling other Asian countries' growth. Lately, together doon sa statement ni Bernanke, medyo nagpa-falter ang China. And then, yung Japan, nagkaroon ng resurgence. Biglang sikat ulit ang Japan. And then, suddenly, Bernanke said, we might stop our support of the U.S. economy because they saw that medyo positive na ang outlook on the U.S. economy. So, nag-shift ngayon lahat. So, yung mga pera na pumasok the last 12 months, suddenly, sabay-sabay lumabas.
Parang break muna tayo.
Break muna, lipat sila lahat sa US. So, ang nangyari, just like the stock market, yung interest rate naman sa atin, bigla ring umakyat kasi they also withdrew from the Philippine bond market. They sold all their bond holdings, bought dollars, and went out of the country. So, ang nangyari, ang interest rates, umakyat lahat.
So this is your law of supply and demand that you were explaining
earlier. So imagine, yung pera na pumasok in 12 months, lumabas in 2 days, 1 week. So talagang supply and demand, nag-change yung dynamics. But that is only on the foreign funds that came into the Philippine economy.
Exactly.
Yung sinasabi kong government borrowing, OFW remittances, tsaka yung BPO revenues, It's constant. It has not changed. So this is the anchor of our economy. Kaya moving forward, we also believe, like Joseph, that the economy will remain stable and this is just a blip. And siguro it's also a buying opportunity for investors.
Yeah.
Kasi
Exactly.
bagsak lahat ng presyo, it's a good time to
Yes.
invest, no?
Yes.
I see. So, parang, it's amazing to me na something that happened, miles and miles away in another country is affecting us this much. Ganun po talaga ba sa ekonomiya?
Interdependency is there.
The whole world is now so connected. Before, pag sinabi ng boyfriend mo may date tayo, tapos na-late siya ng 10 minutes, you have no way of knowing kung nasaan ang boyfriend mo. Diba? Ngayon, bago
Yes.
pa siya nakaalis sa bahay, sasabihin niya sa'yo, I'm on my way.
Yes.
So, it's the same with the world economy, no? Everybody knows everything that's happening at the same time, simultaneously all over the world. So
Parang
it's
yung
fast.
sinasabi yung boyfriend, napunta muna sa iba.
Then, mahuhuli agad eh.
Talagang napunta na sa relationships ang stock market natin. No? But so I think investors, whatever kind of investors you are, you should have an understanding of the dynamics, I guess.
Yeah.
Of not
Yes.
just the Philippine, paano mag-trade, ano ba yung stock, ano ba
Yes.
yung fixed income,
Of
pero paano ba intindihin tong lahat ng nangyayari? Tama po ba ako?
Siguro, if you will use an analogy, if you're driving from one place to another, hindi yan, ang kalsada is not a straight road. It's not a straight path. May liko sa kaliwa, may liko sa kanan, may konting U-turn. The same with the financial market, no? It's not always a straight line going up, and there will always be volatility. Ang importante lang is you understand what is the cause of this volatility. Is it fundamental that will stay with us for the next 2 or 3 years? Or is this just a blip that will happen for an adjustment period of, let's say, 1 or 2 months? No? So, based on sa sinabi namin dalawa kanina, we believe that if you look at the long term, no, the fundamentals are okay. The Philippine economy will continue to grow at probably above 6 or probably 7% per year. And this temporary withdrawal of foreigners is just nothing but an adjustment. And believe me, by the time that the U.S. economy has settled and they've made their money there, they'll be
Babalik
back in the Philippines.
Babalik yan.
In fact, the last 2 days,
Bumabalik.
last 3 days,
Ah,
ganda na
may
ng-
mga
There were
bumabalik.
already posted activities from foreign investors that they're coming back.
Is it good for us though? But I think that's something that we have to discuss in greater detail in a while, no? I mean, is it good for us na may mga foreign investments na come in and then when they leave affect us this badly, quote
parang,
unquote?
parang pagkain.
Opo. And so parang kawawa ka naman kung dito ka nag-i-invest tapos ganun yung biglaang So we can discuss more about that after the break that we shall have, no? So if you have questions, and I'm sure marami kayong questions, keep it coming and send it to 0917-853-7333. And we shall be back after a short break.
Di ko sinasabi sa'yo na magkakakotse ka next year o magkakakondo ka next year. Di ko sinasabing magkaka-house and lot ka na may swimming pool at sariling bakuran o magiging manager ka ng sarili mong fast food restaurant. Di ko sinasabing makakapag-European tour kayo ni Mrs. next month o mapapag-aral si Bunso sa UP at si Kuya sa Ateneo sa susunod na pasukan. Di ko sinasabi ang lahat ng ito para bulahin ka na maraming pwedeng mangyari sa buhay mo bukod sa kung ano ang meron ka ngayon. Ang sinasabi ko lang, walang mangyayari kung manonood ka lang. Tawag ka o text mo kami o i-click mo ito www.kskcoop.com. Sabi ko sa'yo, posible ang mga ito.